Now on CoastTV News.
Turning a new page, the Rehoboth Library drops plans to change its deed with the city, how this affects future expansion.
Tougher penalties in Ocean City. Businesses on the boardwalk may no longer get warnings before being charged for a specific violation.
Overpass progress, how this project on Route 1 and Route 16 in Milton is coming along, and when it might start improving safety and traffic flow.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
An unexpected change to the Rehoboth Beach Library's request to the city. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a long-planned project now pivoting.
For over a year, the Rehoboth Beach Library has planned to build a new facility on Route 24 and lease half of the current building as a smaller library and another space there. The library has an agreement with the city that states the entire lot on Rehoboth Avenue must always be used as a library. But if they wanted to change that and rent it out to someone per se, the city would have final say. Well, apparently that was some drama, and as CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us, the exact reason why the library retracted its request to change the deed.
In Rehoboth Beach, there is one library located on Rehoboth Avenue in the heart of the city. Mike Resnick says it's an ideal spot.
It's such a good resource for the neighbors in the neighborhood and also the visitors. The opportunity to grab a book on the way into the beach, come in on a rainy day.
And the library wanted to downsize here and build a new spot here on Warrington Road. The library says that the main reason it wants to split up its locations between downtown Rehoboth Beach and Warrington Road is so that participants have an easier time parking when they want to attend programs in the summertime. But to do that, the library was looking to rent out half of the space in the current location. But according to its deed, the entire lot must always be used for library services. And if the library wanted to change that, the city could deny it or add new rules. Kay Wheatley, the president of the board of directors for the library, says the city's oversight on potential renters or deed changes was getting to be too much.
The city just kept adding other requirements.
To keep things moving, Wheatley says the library retracted its plans to change the deed restrictions and rent out part of the space. But she's optimistic.
I'm very excited to have a plan soon and to be continuously moving forward instead of having a bunch of stops along the way.
At this time, the library brought its architect back and will relook at its plans for the downtown building.
That was CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber. The library is currently still in the process of purchasing the land for that second location on Warrington Road, but doesn't have a settlement date quite yet. And there are some key events between the library and the city of Rehoboth related to the plot of land. In August 14, 1992, the city sets conditions for the library's use. The name of that specific lot is 76. Then in May 14, 1993, Lot 76 is officially brought to the library with those specific usage restrictions. In the early 2000s, the library acquires more lots, 72 and 74, but follow me on this one, those are without those 1992 conditions. So now to the present this month, the draft agreements were prepared to update and change deed restrictions on all of the lots. The goal was to make sure the library continued its operation and the city says complied with its rules.
A lot of moving parts there. Staying in Rehoboth Beach, the city's still considering how it can change its dining scene in the area. The city planning to redefine what it means to modify a restaurant substantially, and substantially is the key word there. Major changes include adjusting the restaurant's layout and seating capacity or operational areas. Think kitchens, bars, will need to comply with the local standards. Minor adjustments like rearranging tables, that's not going to be affected. This is part of the city's effort to keep dining in the area regulated.
In Lewis, yet another development. This one is called Henlope and Bluff. That's back on the city's agenda. The proposed development is set to have a public hearing May 6th at 5:30. The land you see on your screen is where they're thinking of building the development on Gills Neck Road. The public hearing will review proposals for the development. That includes 79 homes with lots of amenities as well.
And Ocean City is considering eliminating warnings before charging businesses. that violate the rules of their display permit along the boardwalk. Let me break this down a little bit for you. Every store along the Ocean City Boardwalk has to follow a set of rules. That includes how far out they can put their merchandise. At the moment, if you get caught violating the rules, you get a verbal warning, then a written warning, and then a municipal infraction. And that can come with a maximum fine of $1,000. Now, if these new rules are adopted, the very first offense, that would become a $500 fine, and the second offense would be $1,000. One Ocean City local thinks $500 fines for a first violation is a drastic change.
I think there needs to be a warning first, at least. I don't think you should just jump. I mean, I understand they think that maybe like they can afford it, but nah.
Ocean City will be debating today whether or not to change the fines for display permit violations on the boardwalk. And this is what's going to take us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, will these new fines deter business boardwalk display permit violations?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. 69% say no, they think the fines aren't going to make a difference at all, but 31% think they will.
And if you haven't voted yet, it's still really easy to do. You go to coasttv.com or you can use your Coast TV mobile app.
Offshore wind farms are always a continued conversation here on Delmarva. And to keep the conversation going, Representative Ron Gray and Senator Gerald Hawker are hosting an offshore wind public forum. Now, the goal, they say, is to discuss the proposed projects and get input from both supporters and opponents. That forum is going to have speakers from the Caesar Rodney Institute for Center and Energy Environment, U.S. Wind, and Governor Carney's office. That's happening at Indian River High School. That's in Dagsboro, and it's tomorrow from 6 to 8.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now into Milford. And, you know, we've had some great runs of days here, but we need a little more information about what we're going to see moving forward. Our chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, is standing by.
Well, Charlie, Maddie, it looks like we're going to extend that streak just a little bit longer before we get to, well, the weekend. And wouldn't you think, wouldn't you know it, the weekend is when all the really warm weather will probably come to an end with a little bit of rain, by the way. Gatewood Subaru camera in Ocean City right now showing you that, you know, the waves are coming in pretty steadily, but we're not dealing with aggressive winds or aggressive waves right now. And in Ocean City, it's actually a little bit cooler there. We're going to stay in the 60s for tonight. Now, as we take a look outside, live radar, we're looking very clear for right now. We do have some gusty winds for us in their areas like Madison, Cornersville, Avalon, as well as Bellevue and over towards Cambridge, where we have the small craft advisory that's going to stay active until midnight for tonight. But here's another piece of information I got to pass along to you. Trees and grasses at extreme and high levels, and weeds are now at a low level. That means you're sneezing while the wind is breezing. Listen, we'll have more on your full forecast coming up in a moment. Till then, back to you, Maddie.
Thank you, Paul. Tomorrow, Delaware will expand its Clean Transportation Initiative. So battery electric or plug-in hybrid cars that are less than $40,000, those are eligible for rebates. The state says there are also federal tax credits for people who buy electric cars. To see if you qualify for a rebate or how you can save up, you can go on our website, coasttvnews.com. That program will run through April 30th, 2025.
Attention Delaware nonprofits. The Nonprofit Security Grant Program, it is now open for application. The program provides funding for projects that improve physical security and cybersecurity at high-risk facilities. Delaware Emergency Management Agency is hosting webinars for people to learn more about that application process. The first webinar is set for 7 p.m. tonight. You can go check that out. There is another one that's going to take place on May 2nd. That is at noon. Delaware homebuyers are getting some more money. The Delaware State Housing Authority announces $125 million in mortgage funds. According to the authority, that's specifically for 30-year fixed-rate mortgages with competitive rates. It's all through tax-exempt bonds. The state says the money will help about 480 people become homeowners for the first time. The authority says it plans to have more deals planned for future homeowners by the end of the year. If you drive past the overpass project at Route 1 and 16, you're going to see that project quite literally taking shape. DelDOT says things here on schedule and that this is a much needed addition to Coastal Highway. Live in Milton is Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert. Charles, the agency is asking people to be careful driving through that construction zone.
Charlie, it is all work and no play here at the construction site. You can actually take a look over to my left here. You can see all the construction equipment that is still out here. Now, currently, the part of this project they are working on right now is actually the bridge that will take Route 1 over Route 16. Take a look from our Coast Copter to take form. Now, DelDOT says there shouldn't be any new traffic configurations throughout the summer, but they are expecting more traffic in the coming months, with obviously summer right around the corner now. Now, the agency is asking people to drive carefully through this construction zone, as there will be workers out here working constantly. Now, this project is a long time in the making, and the state is hoping that it will help make a notoriously dangerous intersection safer.
To see it actually physically taking shape now is definitely a good sign, and just going to really be a real benefit to everyone that travels through that area.
Now, this is not the only overpass that is coming to this immediate area, as right down the road here, there is another overpass in the works at Cave Neck Road and Route 1, though that one is much further down the road, and it wouldn't even start construction until this project here is done in late 2025. I'm Charles Reinert in Milton tonight, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Charles. And in traffic news, starting work today, it's begun in Milton. The town says that the contractor will be taking the area of Bay Avenue along with Union and Willow Streets. The town says the road repairs are going to continue for tomorrow, and any questions about the work, you can call the town hall.
Right now, Route 54 is shut down until 6 a.m. for road work. The town of Fenwick Island says work will continue tomorrow morning. The town says traffic will be directed down Dukes Road to 146th Street in Ocean City. That's how you can access the highway.
If you are in Lewis tomorrow, you're going to have to pay to park. Parking meters go into effect in Lewis. The meters at all beach lots are going to stay in effect until September 30th. Other meters stay in effect until October 14th. To learn more about parking rates in Lewis, you can go to our website, coasttvnews.com, and just look for that summer season parking guide. We've got a lot of information.
And we've got a lot more news to get to this evening.
Yes, the Lewis Farmers Market making a return when you can get that fresh produce and some of those homemade goods from 35 local producers.
And they can use some sunshine. Well, we'll have more spring sunshine. It's going to be sticking around. Temperatures will rise into the 70s, which is above the norm for tomorrow. Just not quite as warm as today, but an interesting twist to the plot by this weekend, Maddie.
But first, celebrate the success of 9 new graduates from the Food Bank of Delaware's Kitchen School program. See as they get ready to enter the industry. We're back in just 60 seconds.
Join Club Ocean at Ocean Downs and get $20 free play guaranteed. We ship you not. Then use your card every time you play to earn more rewards. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Washington, D.C. is a mess.
There's no common ground.
The left, the right, they're just shouting all the time, and no one's listening.
What a mess.
But now who is going to clean it up?
Republicans and Democrats are arguing all the time, and nothing gets done.
And it shouldn't be this way.
It doesn't have to be this way. Enough is enough. And it's why I'm running for the U.S. Senate, to be a voice of common sense. I'm Larry Hogan. I approve this message because it's time we stop the partisan BS and get stuff done.
Hard workers need tough gear. Vernon Powell has the toughest and most comfortable workwear in the business. Work boots that work hard, like Timberland Pro, Carolina, and Red Wing, to Carhartt and Darn Tough socks. Only at Vernon Powell in Salisbury and Rehoboth.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Today at noon, dreams were plated up and served with a side of success at the Food Bank of Delaware in Milford. 9 determined students celebrated their graduation from the Kitchen School program. It's an initiative in partnership with the Delaware Restaurant Association, and the program is designed to open doors in the food and hospitality industries for adults that have disabilities. After 12 weeks of training in the kitchen and job coaching, these graduates are now equipped to transition into permanent employment. Coast TV News spoke with both instructors and students who shared their joy about today's accomplishments.
We teach them skills, not just working skills, but life skills, how to interview, how to work in the kitchen, and how to be have great customer service, and those things kind of add up to, them being able to be employable and have, a future in some of the things that they love to do.
The ceremony took place in the volunteer room at the Food Bank of Delaware at Delaware's Veterans Boulevard, marking a new beginning for each of the participants.
Well, as you're lining up your putt for tomorrow, keep in mind Mother Nature's going to help you with your short game. All kinds of sunshine, not even all that breezy. In fact, we're looking for excellent. 79 for tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. Winds only at about, 5 to 10 miles per hour and out of the northwest. So this is the perfect day for you to go ahead and make good on that excursion during the day.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Spring into savings at the car store. Upgrade your relationship with the open road with a quality pre-owned car priced to move with best in market pricing. It's out with the old and in with the newer. Spring into savings. TheCarStoreOnline.com.
Life. Just when you think you've got it made, you've got another thing coming. To which we say, bring it on. Your heart needs a hand? We've got hands committed to saving hundreds of hearts each year. You're facing a storm? Hey, storm, is that all you got? Because we've got more. More ways to help, to provide hope, with a commitment to your health that runs deep.
Spring is fading fast. No more waiting. It's time to get the deck of your dreams started. Paul Davis will design, build, or resurface any size deck with the highest quality materials.
Our AZAC decks are scratch, fade, and insect resistant with a lifetime warranty. We'll bring the showroom to you, provide you same-day estimates, handle permitting, and guide you through the HOA approvals.
Save big. Enjoy 20% off, plus snag an outdoor double swing chair free when you invest in your new deck now through May 31st. Call Paul Davis for a free estimate.
Jenny was playing in the yard. A large Rottweiler from the neighborhood 2 streets over got loose. It came running up to Jenny, snarling and baring its teeth. It chomped down on her arm and started dragging her away. Luckily, her mom was looking out the window and was able to intervene, but Jenny was scarred for life. Her mom knew who to call for legal help with the dog bite lawsuit case, and now you do too. Tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
When there's work to be done or fun to be had, there's only one place to go to get the truck you need. The Truck Store. And top dollar for your trade and the certified advantage means you'll find the right truck right now. The Truck Store. MyTruckStoreOnline.com.
Trade in your spring cleaning gloves for a mold-resistant, easy-to-maintain tub or shower with Coastal Bath, the #1 bath planet dealer in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic region, with countless 5-star reviews, including best of the best in the nation, and backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal 2-year money-back guarantee. Spring savings time, enjoy 18 months of no payments and no interest, plus $1,500 off your new bathroom remodel. Why wait? You too can have a 5-star bathroom. Call Coastal Bath today for your free estimate.
Well, our opening line is going to be like this. Hey, if you like today, you're going to love tomorrow and you're going to love Thursday. But this weekend, yeah, you're going to fall out of love real quick over the weekend with the weather, that is, okay? We'll take a look at that in detail and show you why in a moment. Our Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera showing how beautiful the skyline is right now in Ocean City. Although we do have 16-mile-per-hour winds, temperatures are going to settle into the 60s for the rest of the night with scattered cloud cover in place. Now, depending exactly where you are, we're either in the 70s here, for example, in Indian River Inlet, Bethany Beach, or in the 60s down towards Ocean Pines, Ocean City, or into the 80s as you go much farther inland, actually. But we're looking really clear as far as our radar is concerned. Now, we do have some gusty winds around Hudson's, Cambridge, Trapp, Easton, and Taylor's Island because we have this active small craft advisory. Watching out for about 20 to 25 mile-per-hour winds. Aside from that, we're looking pretty clear. Although we have a frontal boundary to our north, it's well to our north and drifting to the north and out of the way. We have a couple of troughs that's going to begin to swing in our general direction, but I believe it's going to bring cloud cover, best case scenario. Our daily almanac indicating that 71 is the norm, but we got up to 84 degrees for today. And we got up to 82 in Salisbury, 81 for the high in Ocean City. We've had a consistent, wonderful diet of winds coming out of the south and temperatures in the 60s for the morning time. That kicks off for us on Wednesday as well. And then we're going to be in the 70s here now. Dewey Beach is going to be an anomaly right here. This is an interesting thing because it's calling for like 55 degrees in Dewey Beach. That could be an anomaly, but bottom line is it's still going to be really mild and nice. Thursday, same situation, and we'll click right back over into the 80s for Thursday. That's an interesting situation because you see, on Wednesday to the south, we start off at 62. Then we click over into the 70s. So Wednesday, we're going to go to the 70s. Thursdays, we're going to click over into the 80s. So Wednesday, 70s, Thursday, 80s. That's how we're going to roll with that, okay? So here's a look at what our expectations are along the shore. We're looking at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're not worried about rain per se, although we may catch a random sprinkle in South Bethany and Ocean City. And we could see a little bit for us actually on Wednesday morning in Cape Henlopen. But other than that, no. And as you take a look at our weekend forecast, in case you're going to be doing some tag sailing, as they used to say down in the Deep South, we're looking at a chance of rain kicking in for Saturday and Sunday, which is why I said you're going to fall out of love with the weather by the weekend. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. We're looking for rain on Saturday. I just didn't have the heart to put rain on Sunday, too, because it's bad enough we're expecting rain on Saturday. So that's why I didn't put rain on Sunday.
I'm not sure that is comforting, Paul. The historic Lewis Farmers Market kicks off its 19th season this Saturday at George H.P. Smith Park from 8 a.m. to noon. The market will showcase 35 local producers offering everything from fresh produce to handmade goods. You always got to get some handmade goods. The market will also have a live cooking demo by Heirloom Restaurant at 10 a.m. Also remember, pets not allowed within the market area for safety reasons. To learn more about the restrictions, please go to our website.
A Fenwick Island sea turtle is now on display at the National Aquarium. Pecorino was rescued in 2020 after a boat struck his head, and now it's the first time a sea turtle has been on exhibit since Calypso, an iconic 500-pound green sea turtle, died in 2020.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Tonight, it's win or go home for the 76ers as they try to dig themselves out of a 3-1 hole versus the Knicks in the first round of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. On Sunday, Philadelphia fell to New York 97-92, and now they face elimination as the series heads back to Madison Square Garden tonight. This morning, Sixers guard Kelly Oubre Jr. and their reigning MVP Joel Embiid missed shoot-around ahead of Game 5. Embiid battling a migraine on top of recovering from a left knee injury and being diagnosed with Bell's palsy a few days before the playoffs. Oubre Jr. has an illness, but it's likely he'll play tonight. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. In a battle of top Bayside boys lacrosse teams tomorrow, Stephen Decatur is coming off 5 straight wins and facing a Bennett squad, trying to move above 500 on the season. The Clippers are entering after a 9-4 win over Kent County. The Seahawks are 8-2 on the season and hoping to keep that rolling. Check out the game of the night live on DSN at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And tonight, don't miss highlights of Del Mar taking on Indian River in baseball on DSN's The Final Score at 10:30 p.m. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Coast TV and the First Alert Weather Team. Your safety, our commitment.
Tired of looking at the same old faded siding on your home? Give your home a new makeover with quality siding from Spicer Brothers. At Spicer Brothers, we're your partners in transforming your home into a masterpiece. Our team of skilled professionals are dedicated to delivering top quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service. And right now, save 50% off siding installation and get free gutters. Plus, take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026. Add value to your home with new siding from Spicer Brothers because you deserve the best.
There are too many areas in Maryland elected officials seem to have a hard time finding. Not David Trone. His family came from Cambridge, right by the Choptank River that he used to fish in as a boy. If you're going to stand up for people who too often feel ignored and left out, you have to show up. David has. From Eastern Shore to Mountain Maryland and back, every Marylander deserves a voice, and David intends to carry yours all the way to the U.S. Senate.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
What parent doesn't want the best for their kids?
Kids always want the best.
Tillman Orthodontics makes it possible.
We'll reach out to your insurance for you
And provide interest-free in-house financing.
Free financing for my whole treatment.
Parents love free financing.
And we make it fun for kids too.
It's actually fun here.
We have a movie theater.
Jamie makes me laugh.
You could say our patients come here for the smiles.
Call Tillman Orthodontics for your free consultation with free digital x-rays.
It's easier than you think.
Get ready for 4 days of fun in the sun at Springfest. Enjoy amazing food, live entertainment, unique artisan products, and more. With over 200 artists and vendors, local food, and enhanced selections of beer and wine, don't miss this free event located at the Ocean City Inlet from May 2nd through the 5th. Springfest features 2 stages and more than 30 live performances, including headliners, The Olivia Show, a tribute to Olivia Newton-John, country music sensation Lauren Elena, and alternative rock band Everclear. Don't miss out. Get all the details at ococean.com/Springfest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Saddle up and get your craziest pants and fanciest hats ready. Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding's Kentucky Derby Watch Party is this Saturday in Milton. You can bid on the racehorse you think will win by placing a bid on the horse at the watch party that's wearing the same number. How awesome is that? There will be mint juleps and a live auction. It all raises money for the local horse therapy program. Coverage of the Kentucky Derby starts at 2:30 p.m. May 4th right here on Coast TV.
That's right here on Coast TV. All right, our dry tech camera indicating, hey, we're looking clear. The waters are calm. Temperatures will stay in the 60s for this evening. Now, with our live radar, we're staying pretty clear. Here's a look at our telephone line, sponsored by Baird, Mandela's, Bruckstedt, and Federico. The number is 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. Wednesday is warm. Thursday is even warmer, or possibly even record-tying heat then. But then by Friday, we drop off majorly, like 25 degrees difference between Thursday and Friday. I'm trying to go ahead and have this talk with you now before it happens, because when it happens, you're going to be offended practically. And then on the weekend, we're looking for rain on Saturday. There is a chance of rain on Sunday, but I just didn't have the heart to put rain on top of that 3-day stretch.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
I'm just over here hurt. Just hurt. My guy's hurting me. You can go to Coast TV News and download our app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV.